How many times have you heard people tell you that you should try this? You should lose weight. You should take up piano. Should. According to the author of this book review, the word should implies a fixed reality. As she calls it out, I should you not. Welcome to That's Life, I Swear. This podcast is about life's happenings in this world. Happenings that conjure up such words as intriguing, frightening, life-changing, inspiring, and more. I'm Rick Barron, your host. That said, here's the rest of this story. Okay, let's talk about the book. Amy Wong's Living on Purpose is a radiant gem in the realm of self-help literature. The book offers readers a transformative journey towards authenticity and intentionality. From the opening pages, Wong's motivational and compassionate voice resonates, providing a guiding light for those seeking a more purposeful existence. So what does it truly mean to live a life of purpose and meaning? This is the profound question at the heart of this inspirational book. Part memory, part scientific exploration, and part guidebook, Living on Purpose chronicles Amy's personal journey from depressed corporate executive to purpose-driven thought leader. Along the way, she looks at ancient wisdom with modern psychology to provide a roadmap for others to cut through the noise of modern life and cultivate more purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Amy opens the book with a painfully honest personal story about her struggles with anxiety and depression while climbing the ranks of a very successful tech company. Outwardly, she had it all: prestige, money, influence. But deep inside, she felt empty and lost. Her tipping point came during a panic attack before a big presentation when she realized she's been living life on autopilot, caught chasing goals imposed on her by society. This raw vulnerability draws readers in while reframing commonly held narratives around success. Amy's heart realized she needed, not should, to make a change, setting her on a quest to better understand the root causes of her anguish and prevent others from suffering the same fate. It was time to make that big pivot. Living on Purpose emerged from that quest, incorporating Amy's learnings through copious research, soul-searching, and working with mindful experts. This publication aims to provide readers with a holistic understanding of what drives our epidemic of depression, anxiety, and lack of meaning so that we can transform our lives. Wong takes readers on a very impressive tour of relevant philosophy and psychology, exploring how seismic societal shifts have disconnected us from the core elements that humans need to thrive. She weaves together insights from Rumi, Carl Jung, and Lynn McTaggart, and others to explore the intrinsic human needs for self-awareness, community, self-expression, and purpose. Modern society, Amy argues, has left too many of us adrift, just absolutely confused about who we are and what really matters, while bombarded with external stimuli and messaging that distracts us from our true calling. The result is a very spiritual and psychological void. The central premise in Amy's writing is that we all have a unique gift within us, a calling waiting to emerge, but we must create space from life's chaos to rediscover it. This requires mindset shifts, intention setting, and habits that help us reconnect with our innate wisdom. The book shifts from diagnosis to prescription, providing concrete steps for finding one's purpose. She grounds her advice in empirical evidence, blending academic research with ancient wisdom and practices. Techniques covered include guiding meditations, journaling prompts, goal visualization exercises, and more. The book introduces you to 5 mental strategies aimed at shredding negative self-perceptions and fostering intentional living. The material is highly readable thanks to Amy's graceful prose. She writes unguarded from a place of compassion rather than authority. That said, this is why I found Amy's approach to be so refreshing to read. She fosters truth and psychological safety for the sensitive work of confronting one's past traumas and beliefs. Living on Purpose thus reads more as a conversation with a highly learned friend than a lecture. The book flows almost as a guided meditation, as Amy artfully blends moving personal stories with research, poetry, and teachings from various luminaries. Her profound message is made accessible through elegant distillations into bite-sized takeaways. The result is a book that informs but also transforms. While diagnosis and prescriptions abound in modern self-help, it's rare to find an author who moves so aptly between the rigor of academic concepts and the poetry of timeless wisdom. This blend of head and heart fills the book with undeniable energy that empowers readers to manifest change. For those struggling with depression, trepidation, overwhelm, or a lack of fulfillment, Living on Purpose provides a timely lifeline. Amy makes it very clear that we are not alone in this modern epidemic of despair and confusion, and that our way out lies in awakening to our own unique gifts so we can offer them courageously to the world. In gracefully opening the doorway to purpose, Amy has created that rare gem, a self-help book that genuinely does what it says it will. It helps you. Living on Purpose serves as a compassionate invitation to step through that doorway and reclaim life's magic. It's a call that's impossible to ignore. Okay, let's talk about the author. Amy is deeply committed to guiding individuals toward a life filled with authentic joy and fulfillment, fostering a space free from fear and distorted perceptions. Her dedication lies in empowering others to embrace purposeful living and leadership. With a rich background spanning over 2 decades, she has immersed herself in exploration and application of transformative principles. As a certified executive coach specializing in transpersonal psychology, design thinking, interpersonal neurobiology, and conversational intelligence, she has orchestrated numerous transformative experiences for individuals, executives, teams, and organizations. Amy's educational journey includes earning a BA in mathematics from UC Berkeley and an MA in transpersonal psychology from Sophia University. Currently, she imparts her wisdom at Stanford Continuing Studies and UC Berkeley Extension, while also collaborating with major players in the tech industry. Her offerings extend globally, providing transformative leadership development and communication strategies to executives and teams. Quick sidebar here. I took one of Amy's courses through the Stanford Continuing Studies program. Now, I imagine that some of you have probably attended a one-day 6-hour course, wondering throughout the day, when will the instructor be done? I'm just so bored. Well, I gotta tell you, Amy knows how to keep an audience engaged. When I took her 6-hour course, believe me, there wasn't one dull moment in her session. Not one. Amy was recently interviewed by journalists Pierre Steiderman and Baptiste Guzzelli for an upcoming documentary focused on Silicon Valley. The documentary is set to premiere on 2 prominent media platforms, the Franco-German television channel Arte and Konbini, a pure player with a specialization in pop culture. Pierre and Baptiste aim to provide their audience with an insider's perspective, unraveling the mystique surrounding the global hub of reinvention and innovation. Amy described her take for the interview, and I quote, "Silicon Valley has somewhat of a mythical, outsized reputation. I can only hope my perspective, which I've gained over more than a decade of one-on-one coaching with tech founders, executives, leadership workshops, and team-building experiences with employees at every stage of their career on this inspiring, frustrating, and incredibly creative community of highly passionate and motivated innovators, helps people around the world to have a better understanding of Silicon Valley and see the humanity and the complexity of the people who work here through this seamlessly relentless ambition." End quote. Beyond her professional pursuits, Amy enjoys quality time with her family in the Bay Area, where she's not engrossed in writing, researching, and delivering impactful speeches. Now, what drew my interest in reading this book? There have been moments where we all wanted something, even saying we wanted it desperately. We took a step forward, and then our self-doubts kicked in, forcing us to hit the brakes. After reviewing various reviews, I was drawn to the book because it called out how we and our lives have dealt with rejection, getting that moment of the door slamming in your face. Flipping the pages of this book, I discovered a whole new way, a process, if you will, to deal with moments where our lives sputter in circles due to a negative moment. Life on Purpose is an inspiring read. The central theme beautifully advocates for the profound significance of living life with purpose, emphasizing its positive correlation with overall well-being. Throughout the chapters, there's a strong emphasis on cultivating energy to empower purposeful actions and enhance the joy of intentional living. So what can we learn from this story? What's the takeaway? Many individuals from diverse backgrounds, despite their numerous accomplishments and rich experiences, often find themselves grappling with a quest for fulfillment and profound self-reflections. These emotions can prompt them to ponder whether the life they currently lead aligns with their true purpose. Amy calls it out very well. Shoulds represent resistance, plain and simple. Living on Purpose emerges as the eagerly anticipated guidebook for such individuals. This uplifting book empowers readers to forge stronger connections with those around them and discover genuine satisfaction in their life's journeys. It illuminates the path to overcoming pervasive feelings of lack and discontent by revealing how to fill that void that cannot be satisfied merely by accumulating more wealth, attaining higher status, or chasing the next big achievement. Amy captures it very well, where she describes the essence of the word confidence. And I quote, "Confidence is a state of being that arises from a knowing of our completeness, where we feel naturally capable of engaging with a given person, situation, or circumstance. When we're rooted in truth, we feel energized, calm, present, and infinitely resourced. This is power, and it leads to truly empowering conversations and positive impact that lasts." There is one more thing, and on a personal note. Amy, this was a well-structured and thoughtfully written book. I wish you tons of success, and I am so damn proud and honored to call you my dear friend. Well, there you go. That's life, I swear. For further information regarding the material covered in this episode, I invite you to visit my website, which you can find on either Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, for show notes calling out key pieces of content mentioned and the episode transcript. As always, I thank you for listening and your interest. Be sure to subscribe here or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. See you soon.